Hello and happy Halloween. Welcome to a special bonus episode of the Movie Bar Podcast. I'm John.
I'm Justin.
I'm Billy.
You guys are looking very spooky in your masks.
What mask?
Exactly.
Ha ha ha.
How you guys doing this week?
It's going.
All right. Hanging in there.
All right.
Getting
Well-
ready to hand out candy.
What kind of candy are you handing out, Billy?
Full size.
Less,
I give out
less
full
than
size.
he eats.
Give out full size.
Remember, Billy, it's not one for them, one for you, one for them, one for you.
Yeah, you're right. It's one for them, two for me. One for
That's
them,
right.
two for me.
I raided my stash today. I wanted an almond joy and a milk dud. So
Ugh. That's right. You like the worst candy available.
Tootsie Rolls. Well, we went to a trunk or treat yesterday, and instantly, the minute Hunter and Brantley walked in the house, they handed over all the Reese's to my father.
What?
Yeah.
Those are the ones you give up.
Well, that's what he wants.
Oh, what?
It was like paying a bounty, Want to come in
Oh.
the house? Hand over the Reese's.
They're like, see you later. See you later, Pops.
Ah.
And get my Reese's.
All right, for housekeeping this week, we're going to discuss the new Aeriescope short that came out 2-3 weeks ago over Columbus Day weekend. Pet Sitter. What did you guys think?
Silly. I liked it.
Yeah.
It's really silly. It's all right. I
And
still
you know-
think the TiVo was better.
Evo, yeah.
Yeah,
you-
sea
Little
monkeys with the
callback to
Boston
Jack
accent.
Up. Yeah, Nicolo. Yeah. Nice little callback to him. And then Joe Lynch playing the Sea Monkey with Laura Ortiz. She was the little girl in the hills that have eyes, Ruby, the one in the red sweatshirt in the remake.
Sure. It's been a while since I've watched that.
All right, yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like when he encounters the Rock at the end. What are you?
You're
Pet Rock?
racist.
Yeah. But imagine getting that phone call. Hey, can you pet sit for me? Yeah, sure. Let me cancel my plans and find out you're watching fucking Sea Monkeys.
I'd have walked right out of that house.
Well, they needed it. They were watching pornography. Like how he
doing
kept saying
drugs.
pornography instead of porno.
Yep.
Smoking
Doing
drugs.
Yep.
Laying on the bed. I like when he drew the little sign that says Jeff equals dick. Yeah. This was a good one. I think he said there's only 4 or 5 more once he gets 31. But all right, movies we watched, we'll do
We're not
during
Saying the
tomorrow's
other one, yeah.
episode. Yeah. All right, and now it is time for
Horror head to head.
it's our last one of the year. Thank God.
Yeah,
Oh,
I hate
my
that
button says-
goddamn thing.
what thing?
That goddamn button thing that.
Which button?
Just
Which button,
sounds
John? Can you
terrible.
hit that again?
No, you got to give him 10 minutes to find it. He wasn't fucking prepared.
To head.
I finally figured out how to work it after 2.5 months.
Oh, really?
we
And
are
then you
doing
forgot
is-
in the last 5 minutes? So it took you so long to find the button again?
No, it's because you can only push the button so hard before you reset it. So don't even fucking start with me. All right. It is time for a special double feature head-to-head presentation. In this corner, on a cold Halloween night, 1963, 6-year-old Michael Myers brutally murdered his 17-year-old sister, Judith. He was sentenced and locked away for 15 years, but on October 30th, 1978, while being transferred for a court date, a 21-year-old Michael Myers steals a car and escapes Smith's Grove, and he returns to his quiet hometown of Haddonfield, Illinois, where he looks for his next victim. Here is Halloween 1978. And in this corner, nearly two decades after being committed to a mental institution for killing his stepfather and older sister, Michael Myers breaks out, intent on returning to the town of Haddonfield, Illinois. He arrives in his hometown on Halloween with the indomitable purpose of hunting down his younger sister, Lori. The only thing standing between Michael and a Halloween night of bloody carnage is psychologist Dr. Samuel Loomis. This is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2007.
All right, it's time for the tale of the tape. Release dates for the original, we have October 25th, 1978, and Rob Zombie's remake is came out August 31st, 2007. That's kind of weird. At least the other one came out on Halloween or close to it. That's like not why not put it up?
They probably
Sit
thought
on
it
it for a
would
few
still be in
minutes.
theaters come Halloween.
Yeah. Both rated R. The original had a runtime of 1 hour, 31 minutes, right in that sweet spot. Remake had a 2 hour and 1 minute runtime. A little longer than normal. Original, directed by the icon, John Carpenter, the legend. And the remake was, of course, Rob Zombie. The original's budget, $325,000. Remake, $15 million. Box office, the original had a $70 million box office compared to an $80.4 million of the remake. Not even really that close considering you factor in inflation.
Yeah.
But wow. All right. The original is currently streaming on AMC Plus and Shudder, while the remake is currently on Peacock and Tubi. My favorites.
Did you watch this on
Yeah.
Tubi, Billy?
I did.
Do that. All right, our cast of characters for 1978. We have Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode, Donald Pleasance as Dr. Samuel Loomis, Nancy Keys as Annie, Nick Castle and Tony Moran as The Shape, Kyle Richards as Lindsay, TJ Souls as Linda, Charles Cyphers as Sheriff Brackett, Brian Andrews as Tommy Doyle, Sandy Johnson as Judith Myers, and Will Sandon as Michael Myers. And for 2007, we have Tyler Maine as Michael Myers, Sherry Moon Zombie as Deborah Myers, Dave Farch as Michael Myers, Malcolm McDowell as Dr. Samuel Loomis, Scout Taylor Compton as Laurie Strode, Danielle Harris as Annie, Hannah R. Hall as Judith Myers, Christina Cleve as Linda, Daryl Sabara as Wesley Rhodes, Clint Howard as Dr. Coplinson, Danny Trejo as Ishmael Cruz, Bill Forsythe as Ronnie White, Bill Mosley as Zach Garrett, Sid Haig as Chester Chesterfield, Ken Foree as Big Joe Grizzly, Leslie Easterbrook as Patty Frost, Mickey Dolans as Derek Allen, Udo Kier as Morgan Walker, Skylar Gasondo as Tommy Doyle, and Jenny Greg Stewart as Lindsay. Lord Almighty.
Yeah, there were a lot of like kind of big names in that remake or in bit
Yeah.
parts.
Zombie.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
All right. So the synopsis of both the original and remake kind of the same. Michael Myers breaks out after 15 years
Mhm.
to return to Haddonfield to find his sister and go on a killing rampage. Now, based off
Totally
the
reasonable.
synopsis, is this something you would go see?
Oh yeah.
I did.
Yeah, but I mean, you mostly went because it was Rob Zombie, right?
Well, that had a lot to do with it, yeah. But it was
But I like how each movie is different because it's, John Carpenter's take and then Rob Zombie's take on it.
Yeah.
And even though two different directing styles and types of movie, similar in a lot of ways.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Same story. And I mean,
Yeah.
You just had
Right.
a little bit more in the there's
there's a lot more backstory in the remake
Yeah.
to what made
We'll get to that.
Michael.
Yeah. You understand why he does what he did. But first, let's talk casting. A very young Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
against a very young Scout Taylor Compton as Laurie Strode. Who played Laurie Strode better, in your opinion?
Oh, come on. Jamie Lee Curtis, far and away.
Think so?
Again, it's two different people in two different movies.
Yeah.
So I
Like-
mean, for her portrayal of it, I think Scout did fine.
Yeah. I mean,
And Jamie Lee Curtis, she plays that kind of bookworm character throughout this.
Yeah.
Whereas Scout Taylor Compton, more like party, rah-rah. Let's talk about Dr. Loomis, Donald Pleasance, Malcolm McDowell.
and Malcolm McDowell, he seems kind of like just like he's almost like he's in it for the money portrayal, doing the
Think
book
so?
tours and all that. Yeah,
Oh, you mean his character?
character. Yes, not. I mean,
Not
not
like he took the role.
Malcolm McDowell
That's the
just
way he
needed the
plays
money, so he did it.
yeah. No, I mean his character, his version of Samuel Lewis. Whereas
Yeah,
Donald
once he
Pleasance
writes the
was-
book and gets all that out, like,
yeah,
these are the eyes of a serial killer.
yeah.
All right, so it's not referred to as The Shape at all in 2007, but
No, but it's Mike Myers. Because that's how
it's
he's.
Nick Castle and Tony Moran as The Shape, and Tyler Mane. I think, just based off of his height and build, I think Tyler Mane looked better.
Yeah, I thought he was a really imposing Mike Myers. Yeah,
He's a gigantic man.
I mean,
would
Because there's
instill
that one
fear
scene in the
everybody.
original when Michael Myers stops the kid, Tommy Doyle, when he's coming out the gate,
mhm.
and it's just like, how's that even? Just because he's wearing a mask, he's scary? I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can really do. Mike Myers doesn't speak or anything, so he just
Yeah.
there.
Nancy Keys and PJ Souls as Anna and Linda against Danielle Harris and Christina Klebe as Annie and Linda, respectively. I mean, considering Danielle Harris was like 30 at the time of this film and she's playing an 18-year-old, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, considering she's already been in Halloween's before,
Yeah.
it's always neat.
And their characters were practically the same in the original as it was in the remake.
Yeah. Mhm.
I mean, it's just,
Lastly, we'll discuss Sheriff Brackett, Charles Cyphers, and Kentucky, Brad Dourif.
or
Yeah, I think having that, like, that
which
grungy
Billy
voice.
didn't even put in here.
Yeah, I didn't list it. It was just too many people to put in.
Well, you could put. I mean, you put.
He was a
fucking-
bit more Maine than the rest of them.
Yeah.
I know, but I just wanted to say.
Who the fuck is Derek Allen?
He was the gun store guy. And it's
That was
Mickey
in it for
Dolenz
fucking
from the
2
Monkees. I don't care. He's Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees. I just put it in there because I like that little cameo.
Anyways, I think Brad Dourif was little more convincing as a grizzled sheriff than Charles Cyphers. Thoughts, opinions?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
I mean, Dorf has that Chucky voice, so of course he's gonna sound more.
All right, the setting of the movie both take place in Haddonfield, Illinois.
Yep. Where else is it going to take? Has to be.
Apparently, some of Rob Zombie's movie was filmed on the same street as the original.
Yeah, probably.
If you watch the making of, he goes, "Oh, that's Laurie Strode's original house over there on the corner." So, at least they were consistent with that. One thing they're very different in is in the movie length.
Yeah.
Now, 31 to 2 hours and 1 minute, but I think with that extra half hour, you get the backstory
Yeah.
that you don't really get from the original.
Yeah, but you really don't need it either. I don't think. The whole thing about Michael Myers is he's just evil. That's all you need to know. He's evil.
Yeah, that's why in, what was it, Halloween Ends, it was Evil Dies Tonight.
Yeah. He's evil. Oh.
But as we've talked about a lot this month, a lot of these newer reboots or reimaginings, they delve into the backstory.
Yep.
You know, they did it with Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yep.
Friday the 13th combined like 3 movies into one.
Yep.
And Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But how'd you guys feel about the 2 hours and 1 minute?
I mean, I
A
didn't
little
really
long.
notice.
Flew by. It's all like it was constantly something going on.
Yeah, I didn't mind.
Right. What were some of the noticeable differences that you guys noticed in these 2 movies?
The blood.
Mhm.
I mean, the original really has like no blood, no gore.
Yeah.
For a slasher. But yeah, that the Rob Zombie one, a lot more of it.
Definitely.
And you know, we didn't talk about this during casting, but you know, a lot of Rob Zombie's you know, his group,
Yeah, his
so that he
wife,
like, you know, Sherry Moon, Sid Haig,
Bill Mosley.
Danny Trejo, Bill Mosley, Bill Forsythe.
They even got Callahan from Police Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
Leslie
part of
Nielsen.
his regular troop after. the
Yeah,
original.
she was in. Was it? She was in Devil's Reject, or House of a Thousand
Yeah.
Corpses, wasn't she? Before she died.
Mhm.
She's
Ken
not dead.
Foray.
She's still alive.
No, when the other one, the original lady who
Yeah.
played Madame Butterfly died,
Uh,
she played after. She was in Devil
Okay.
Rejects.
I'll have to go rewatch those.
But you know, I think that having that extra half hour and telling that backstory made Michael Myers more human than he was in the original.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know, it gave him more of a grounded base, instead of in the original where, you know, he goes from being a kid to a supernatural being, basically. You know,
But is it really supernatural in Rob Zombies?
no, that's what I'm
No.
saying.
Yeah.
In the original, he basically went from being a little kid to 15 years later, he's like a supernatural being who's getting shot 3 times, standing up, and you know,
Yeah.
and first he's there, and then he's there, and then he's there. You know, and then that's the way they kind of portray him, and he comes back for so many sequels. So, whereas in the Rob Zombie one, having more of that, you know, abuse on him, you know,
Get bullied at school. The
gives
abuse
him-
from the
yeah.
stepfather. His mom's a stripper. His sister's a
shows him
yeah.
bitch.
that even evil can start from just a regular little person.
Yeah, I mean, the 78 one, the parents look, I mean, you really don't see them, but they look
Yeah.
pretty normal.
Mhm.
As opposed to what he has in the Rob Zombie
And
version.
the kid that they cast as young Michael Myers and Rob Zombies,
Mhm.
he is one evil looking son of a bitch.
Mhm.
That's what got him the role. If you watch the behind the scenes, Rob saw his picture and was like, "I want that kid." And he was very good because he could play that maniacal killer, but then, go up to the baby, be like, "Oh, it's okay, boo."
Mhm.
And when he's sitting out there on the steps with the baby when the mom comes home. Are there any plot holes you felt should have been answered in the first one?
No. I mean,
Just whatever
Well-
gives him his supernatural ability to get up after getting shot so many times and falling off.
oh, they were just maybe he was just grazed. Maybe he's got like bulletproof armor underneath. I don't know.
It's a different take. But now they
You know,
said
you-
he steals
you don't
a
see any
car and
blood,
goes back.
so
How does he learn how to drive?
ain't that hard. Probably watched your parents do it all. All right.
Well, actually, if you go on the Aeroscope site, there's a Halloween short called Driving Lessons that answers that question. Quite a little plug in there. But they did it was like an outtake from they filmed like it made it look like an outtake from the movie where Michael's taking his driving test. Pretty fun. All right. Was there a long enough period in between the two movies? 2007, 78.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good enough. I mean, considering it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yeah, it was
8
almost
other
30
movies
years.
before. So
It's almost 30 years. That's pretty good.
yeah, get 8 movies in that 30 years. That's not bad. Which one had the better kills? Not so much the blood, but like the kills itself.
Oh, kind of
I'd have to go
similar.
the remake. I mean, yeah, they
Yeah.
are basically the same, but
Like when he holds the guy up and just stabs him in and just kind of leaves him hanging.
Yeah.
I mean, that was probably the best kill in the original. But like, I think the remake has the better kills.
Yeah, a little more creative, and I mean, look at the budgets between the two: 70 million and 80 million. 325,000 and 15 million.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly,
Well, it's also different. It's different eras too. I mean,
yeah. And as we've said many times this month, the newer ones, they go towards the gore. That's what people like.
gritty.
When you look at Rob's other movies, The House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, like they're gritty and bloody and violent. And that's what people expected from this.
Mhm.
Yep.
I think he delivered.
yes,
Uh,
he did.
Any major differences between the two?
Oh yeah, gore.
The gore and the grittiness.
The backstory. Like
Didn't we
it's a
already
little
answer
different.
that question?
Better story.
I like
Even
the
though
new one better.
yeah.
I mean, they're basically the same, but I like having that grounding and making them more human, and I like that.
I don't know. I like the original story.
And we've kind of already discussed which killer was more scary or more menacing. In my opinion, Tyler Mane. Killer's death, he doesn't die. How about the better ending?
The
I don't
original.
know.
I think 2007 had the better ending. There was a
Yeah.
fight right up until the end where, as in the remake, he gets shot and falls over a balcony.
Disappeared.
Yeah.
I like having that. The last thing you see is her just freaking out, covered in blood.
Yeah.
Implying that he's dead.
But as we learn in Halloween 2,
I mean, that's one of the things. If there wasn't a sequel, you could have said he was dead. Like he
Yeah.
ended it. It was a one movie story, and it could have been, and that would have been great. I think that would have made it more.
All right, so let's talk sequels. Did you like Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2?
I did, but it went a little bit too weird at times.
A little more darker too.
Yeah.
Billy, have
The
you seen?
whole seeing mom and all that shit.
Yes, I've seen all the Halloween movies.
Okay, so we have Halloween 2, which came out in 1981. Excuse me. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, 1982, which really
No
has
Michael Myers.
no connection.
Which is how John Carpenter wanted it. He didn't want to do.
Yeah,
Michael
he
Myers.
wanted a different.
He wanted an anthology series. He didn't want to.
Yeah.
He didn't even want to do Halloween 2. He said he typed that up in one night. He just said, "I can't believe they're going to make me or allow me to film this crap."
And then we have Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers in 1988.
Yep.
Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers in 1989, which I believe was the debut of Danielle Harris in the movie. Jamie Lloyd. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers in 1995. Halloween H2O 20 years later in 1998, which was The Return of Jamie Lee Curtis. And Halloween Resurrection 2002. Halloween 2007. Halloween 2 2009. Halloween 2018. Halloween Kills 2021. And Halloween Ends 2022. So I did find a chart as to how these movies are all connected.
It's very confusing.
So first it's Halloween 1978, which branches off to Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. But then also goes to Halloween 2, which branches off to Halloween H2O 20 years later and Halloween Resurrection. Which then goes to Halloween 4, 5, and 6. Halloween 3 is a standalone, which we all remember was the masks and
Got my mask.
then Halloween 2007 and 2009. Halloween 2. Let's see what else. Anything you guys want to add that we didn't discuss?
No.
No.
I think we covered just about everything.
All right, Billy, which one was better?
The original.
The original. Dustin?
Remake.
I'm going remake.
Well, you both are wrong.
No,
I
I am correct.
All right, Justin, let's give us some
I'm
ratings.
allowed to disagree with you. So for 1978, IMDb gives it a 7.7 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes a 96%. Letterboxd 3.8. What say you, John?
I give 1978 3.5.
Billy?
4.5.
I go 3.5. 2007's IMDb gives it a 6 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes 28%. Letterboxd 2.7. John?
4.5.
Billy?
3.25.
You're so weird. I'm gonna go 4.25.
Guys, this fucking quarter bullshit. Oh, doorbell.
Yeah. I
Not
don't know who it
mine.
is. Oh, I know who it is.
Stranger danger.
No.
Pizza delivery.
I gotta go. I'll be right back.
Can't wait 2 seconds when we wrap up the fucking show. Fuck.
I'll read
Oh.
his lines.
All right. Well, that's a wrap, folks. Thanks for joining us today.
And before we go, find us on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, and most places you listen to your podcast. How was that, John?
including the one you're listening to now.
Oh, yes. And don't forget to follow us on social media to stay updated on future episodes and join the conversation. You can find us on X/Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at movie_bar_pod and at the Movie Bar Podcast on Facebook.
Until next time, keep the popcorn popping and the reels rolling. Have a very safe and happy Halloween. Check your candy for razor blades and needles.
Especially if you go to John's house trick-or-treating.
Yes. And if anybody gives you a toothbrush, egg their house and toilet TP their house too. And we will catch you next time on the Movie Bar Podcast. Like, seriously, what the fuck? There was 2 seconds left and he had to get up and walk out.
I know.